Good morning everybody, welcome back to cilinixfxcapital. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to this new video right here on the crypto markets, but mostly Bitcoin. We're going to do a full update right here. We've had some pretty substantial and important price action over the course of the last 24 hours. And the last 24 hours in general just have been pretty crucial for the markets, and they've been great. I mean, obviously it's a weekend right now and there's a pretty high likelihood that we're going to get some weekend markets like we also saw last Saturday and Sunday. So basically something like this. So be aware of that and be aware of what it implies, right? I mean, usually what happens during these times is that liquidity dries up, volume dries up, but that's basically the same thing. Order book depth dries up, all the same thing, doesn't matter. But that creates the possibility for more volatility. So be aware of that. And by the way, the audio should be fine. The visuals are still a little bit not amazing because I'm recording from a new office and I don't have any curtains yet. So there's like a bunch of light coming from my right. But alright, doesn't matter for now. Hopefully audio is the best, and I mean you can still see me, right? So good news, hopefully. But let's talk about Bitcoin. So yesterday what we saw and what we spoke about in the video is that we had a huge amount of short positions coming in. Now, over the course of the last 24 hours, those have been closed off, especially yesterday afternoon. But throughout the day, more and more of those closed off, and ultimately we've had some very good recovery. The fundamentals around the markets never really changed in the entire last week, right? I mean, if we take a look at the Coinbase Bitcoin premium, for example, that has always been great. And then yesterday during the bearish pressure, we saw that dip into a discount very briefly. But like I said, that was very briefly. And if you take a look at the equity markets, and most of you will have noticed this in your stock portfolios, that's been doing absolutely amazing still, right? So the fundamentals are fine. However, what I think happened is that obviously, I think about a month ago, we heard this news of a Bitcoin whale with over 80,000 Bitcoin. So do the math; it's a lot of money. Starting to move those Bitcoin. And what he most likely did is he started to sell that Bitcoin OTC, so over the desk, through a Galaxy Digital. And I think some insider knowledge came out that Galaxy Digital was going to offload that Bitcoin, and that's why some major players started shorting. However, yesterday afternoon and yesterday the early evening, we got the news that Galaxy already offloaded all of that Bitcoin, which, by the way, is pretty crazy, right? Because that means that 80,000 Bitcoin was able to be offloaded in a matter of, what is it? A month. So they either had a pretty stacked waiting list of companies and you know, major retail players wanting to buy in, or they were able to find that demand very, very quickly. Either way, it's bullish, right? So that's also why Bitcoin got that bullish momentum. Purely technically, Bitcoin was able to reclaim the balance right here. So over the course of today, look, it's always great to get confirmation. The main level to hold is 116.6. Getting that confirmation, like I said, it's good. But ultimately, I expect that, all right? I expect Bitcoin to, after this news and after this high volume reclaim back into this level, that we're now back here, all right? So that, yes, I mean, it's quite likely that we're going to retest the level right here at 116.6, maybe because of the weekend market circumstances. We will even drop down below that briefly. But I think ultimately we'll be able to hold that. And I think we're going for a continuation into at least the point of control in the value area high again towards 119.3. So that's what I expect for now. I think that there's even a possibility that we just, immediately continue from there. Back to those equal highs right here, but that is something I'll keep you updated on. For now, that's what I think you need to know. So thank you for watching. Take care and bye.